everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to make a first aid kit from things that Kate and I found at the dollar store. We do have a couple items that I'm going to run over really quick that we didn't get at the dollar store. First off, we had a whole bunch of tea lights that we bought on Amazon for different candles that we have around the home, and we decided we wanted some in the car. So we do have those, but I'm sure you can find tea lights or little candles at the dollar store. Kid also had this matchstick container. However, when we were there, we did buy these little boxes. That way, Kate said this doesn't have something that they can strike on, and then that way we also do have these just in case we need them for anything. We also bought some insect repellent at Walmart. I'm not sure if they have any at the dollar store. We had previously purchased this because we were going to go some places that were kind of in the woods or a little bit far out, and we just wanted to make sure that we were safe against like ticks and mosquitoes and those nasty bugs. We also have some sunscreen that we bought at Walmart, and I've actually had this in the the driver's seat of the front car, because whenever we go somewhere I try and put this on. That way when we're out and about I don't burn as easily, and because this arm is in the window I don't want it to get an uneven burn. That just looks silly. We do have some hand sanitizer. I have a little tiny one that hooks on my purse, and we do carry some in Kate and cyber bag, but this also sits in the driver's seat door slot, so that way whenever we go in somewhere or come out, or if we're sick, we can sanitize. And then this does not need to be in here. That was something from the dollar store. We did buy these at Walmart. We've been out of a car for 6 weeks, so we did a lot of walking, and we didn't go to all of the dollar stores that are here in our town. We just went to one, and they did not have these specific type of Band-Aids where it's more, this is what they look like. They had a lot of different varieties of Band-Aids, which we'll get to, but we did end up buying these at Walmart, just so that we have a good variety of the different things that we'll need Band-Aids for. A couple other things that we did have just kind of laying around the house. I do have some feminine products that will be going in here, and we did decide to put some essential oils in. We have tea tree. It's good to help fight infections, or if, like, say you scrape your knee, you can put a little bit of that on and it will help heal it a little bit faster. We have lavender, which is basically good for everything. It's good for calming and anxiety. It can give you more energy. It can help put you to sleep. It's good if you get burned or if you scrape your knee. It's a little bit more calming than tea tree. We did have frankincense, which is good for helping calm and like fight anxiety and depression. And it's also really nice to smell. I'm sure it would be good on scrapes and cuts and burns and that kind of thing as well. And then we have peppermint, and it's good, especially for me. I'm putting it in there for headaches and also for rejuvenation. As we've gone out and we've tried to do different things, sometimes I'll get headaches, and so it's nice to have something there to kind of wake me up and try and help fight my headache. And then everything else that's in here, other than the feminine products, which you'll see we got at the dollar store, and we even bought this Tupperware that we're going to use at the dollar store. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I think we're going to start with these. We have Curade alcohol prep pads. It's a 2-ply, and there's 100. And we saw these, and we just thought they were the coolest idea to help cleanse scrapes and cuts, that kind of thing, to have to, help kind of fight infections. So we bought those, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. 100 that are medium sized for $1. I mean, that's a good price. We also found this Assured First Aid Antiseptic Hydrogen Peroxide, and you spray it on so that way we don't have to carry around Q-tips. We don't have to worry about those getting old or those getting bacteria in them. You can just spray them on your knees or your hands or whatever hurts or whatever you need this for. And then it doesn't make a mess. You don't have to worry about leaving Q-tips around, so we were pretty excited about that. The next thing that we have these 3 types of Band-Aids that we found at the dollar store. They're Assured. That's the brand. There's 30 fabric bandages, just regular. There is sheer bandages. They're assorted sizes, and there's 80 of them in this one. And then we have the colored bandages. These are plastic, and there are 30. There's green, purple, and blue. And by the end of this year, I will have 2 nieces, and then Kate and I will have Kaysen. So we figure that with all 4 types of bandages that we have, the ones that we bought at Walmart, including, we have plenty of Band-Aids. Little kids like Band-Aids. It's good to have them. But I don't want 4 boxes of these, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine some of these down so that way we don't have so many boxes running amok in our first aid kit. And I was in Walmart the other day, and I'm just going to set these to the side. Kid and I were in Walmart the other day, and we did see that you can buy a first aid kit for about $12. We didn't stop to look because we knew we had this, and I think that's awesome. I just like the idea of knowing what's in here and being able to, I guess, kind of customize it and add things as I need them. So we'll have this big box with just all kinds, and then we will keep this in, you know what, maybe not. We'll just set that aside. And then that way, if I ever have my nieces and Kaysen with me, say we go to the park or the zoo, or, we do something like that, or I'm with my sister, with her kids, and she needs something, Cade's out running some errands and he needs something, he has those available to him. So we have that, and I'm not sure exactly how this is going to end up looking. I know once it gets in the car, it's not going to stay the same. Another thing we found triple antibiotic ointment, and I'm gonna probably take most of this stuff out of the box because it'll have tags on it, so I don't need the boxes in there. We liked this size because it was nice and tiny. It would fit in the car. We'd be able to see if it was running out. So we do have that. We found this at the dollar store. It's a pack of 8 tissues. I took one of these and put them in my purse. We're gonna probably take 2 of these and put them in here. That way if someone is bleeding, we can stop the bleeding. Cade gets bloody noses, so he's got those available to him as well. And we might actually end up taking another one of these and putting it in the passenger side, so that way if Kate's sitting there, or maybe he's driving, he has that option to get to them quickly. Or if you're just regularly sick. We have those. So we're going to set those extras to the side. We did buy some daytime, nighttime soft gel tablets. So if you're sick or if you start feeling sick, we can take these and kind of kill the cold before it happens. I don't anticipate us needing those soon. But it's always good to be prepared and have the things you need. Like I said, I have some feminine products that I just had at home. I have been to many different functions where a woman or a girl has come up to me and said, hey, my period started. Do you guys happen to have some pads or some tampons? And I hadn't had any at the time because I didn't have anything going on. And luckily my mom was able to come and bring me some for this girl. And I could just see she was, you know, so grateful to have something because it was at a dance, and she was kind of embarrassed because she didn't know she was going to start. And I know a lot of people have been in that situation. I've been in that situation. So I just try and keep a couple extra for myself or for anyone else who might end up needing them. I'm going to throw these in here, the essential oils, so that way we can have them. I think essential oils are good in any first aid kit because they can be used for so many different things. And if you are able to find little cards that have what they're good for, you could throw those in as well. I keep a couple of those in my wallet, which I always have with me if I'm out and about. Then we have this Ziploc of cough drops, and believe it or not, we have 3 bags of cough drops in there. We have cherry, which are Cade's favorite, and those are the red ones. We have menthol, eucalyptus, and those are my favorite. Those are the ones that I feel like I can feel them working. So they were, I enjoy those. And then we did buy some honey because I like those also if I've got kind of like the beginnings of a cold or if my throat just really hurts. I can have those, as well as for Kason, maybe the eucalyptus aren't as strong. And the cherry, I don't think actually tastes that good, but those are Cade's favorites. So Kason will be able to pick. And we bought those 3 packs. I don't remember how many was in each of those packs, but it's a good price for what you get, for sure. The next thing we have, okay, these are the last things we have. We have ibuprofen there, 30 tablets for $1. And we actually bought this because Cade would ask me, hey, do you have some ibuprofen? And I didn't have any in my purse because I had taken it out when we found out we were pregnant with Kason. I took all of my ibuprofen out of my desk at work, and I took all of it out of my purse so that I wouldn't reach for it, because you're not supposed to take ibuprofen when you're pregnant. You can take acetaminophen, which works like ibuprofen, but I can't take those big huge pills. Anyway, I didn't have any in my purse, so when we were throwing this together, I said we have to get ibuprofen. And when we did that, also we bought some for my purse, and we bought some for Cade at his desk, so that way he would have it. And 30 tablets, if you take 2, that's 15 uses right there, which is pretty good. We also bought some antacid. Basically they're Tums. They're 60 in this little tiny bottle, which that's quite a few uses for just a small little car purse. That was the same thing when we found out we were pregnant. I took those out because you're supposed to ask your doctor if those work, and in some cases it does, some cases you're not supposed to take it. So I had taken those out just to make sure I was safe, and then I just never thought to put them back in. So we have those now. Another thing we have is we have some Utterly Smooth hand cream. Cade and I both love this. It's just a tiny little amount, so that way if we're out and about in the winter time and our hands get chapped and cold, a lot of times Cade's will start drying out, and even last winter mine were dried out and we both started cracking and bleeding with our hands. It's good for in the summertime. It's good if you have a sunburn. You could put that on here and it would help. So I'm not sure if there are going to be other things that I add to this. Maybe some aloe vera. I'm not sure, because there's not a lot of space left in here, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to put the lid on the container, but that's okay because we have a lot of things in here that will help in case of whatever happens. So let me know down in the comments what things you need to have in your first aid kits for your car, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, I'm back with one final segment for the everything you need to have in your first aid kit that I completely forgot, but as soon as we got done shooting this, I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta have this in there. A couple years ago, my grandpa was in the hospital, and one of the things they would give him were hospital vomit bags so that they could track that, and he didn't use them, and he knows that at times I can get motion sickness, and also if I get a migraine, usually I end up throwing up. So one thing that should be in every first aid kit, if you can find throw up bags, or you can just use regular plastic bags and have those handy. So I'm just going to stick those right into this little corner, I guess. But that's something that you should have in case, you get motion sickness, or your kids get motion sickness, or you have someone who gets in your car who gets motion sickness, that you can have those available so that if they need to do something, they have a place to do that in. Anyway, that's the end of this video, and thank you again for watching.